So welcome to another tech video. Today we've got an Asus ROG Strix laptop to have a look at. It's a bit of a problem running. Apparently it freezes regularly, and let's have a look to see what it is. Okay, doesn't really tell us much about the system itself, but yeah, it's a problem booting up. So let's have a quick look at the PC. As you can see here, it's pretty filthy. So the first thing we're going to do before we start anything is we're just going to give it a good clean. Make sure we can get all the grime and stickiness off it, and gives us a good baseline to work with. We've already tested the screen, so we know that everything works currently. So let's start giving it a clean up. Right, so once we've cleaned it, which we have, it's much better condition now. It's almost brand new. Open it up, nice clean screen. A few specks of dust on there, but we've got one of a soft cloth to polish that off. Right, and we can have a look at what the problem is with this device. So we're going to plug it into the back, into power, like that, and then we're going to see if we can take a feed out from it. Nice laptop, very sort of glowy. So yeah, looks nice. Full backlit keyboard, RGB flow across it, 144 Hertz gaming monitor, 100-watt power delivery, Ryzen 7 4000 series, so it's the last series gem, but it's got dedicated graphics in here, which is nice. Right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get logged on. So here we are now finally booted into the system. So we've run all of the updates that we needed to, mainly because our client said that in our device manager there was loads of stuff that hadn't been installed. So we've tidied that up, got all that installed, and the main reason why he said that he needed us to have a look at it was because actually on the back of the machine itself, there's he connects a headset basically into the laptop, and the HDMI port. So we've done some diagnostics on this, and the HDMI port doesn't work on the back of the laptop, unfortunately. So what we have done is rather than plugging in the HDMI cable into the non-working port, it does work with a Type-C adapter, and what we've got here is a Type-C adapter that goes into three USB 3 ports, and you've got a memory card reader and an SD card reader, and you've also got an Ethernet port on this as well. So all in all, it's a good little effectively it's a mini docking station or mini docking hub that he can use anyway to connect his headset up, rather than potentially having to desolder the HDMI port that's on the part of the main board. So so we're going to give him that as an option anyway, but for now let's now go back and have a look at the system. So if we go in to our properties, we can see here that it's a AMD Ryzen 7 4800X with Radeon graphics, but this one also comes with an RTX 3050 Ti NVIDIA graphics chip. So if we go into our control panel, so it's a RTX 3050 Ti laptop GPU. Seems pretty good. The display is phenomenal on this. I really like it, really like the colours. Yeah, impressive. So now let's we don't need to do anything else. So we've tested this. We can see that if we do Shift P or Windows key P, we can now either extend or duplicate these monitors. We've got it duplicated at the moment, but yeah, this all works properly now. And if we go into our NVIDIA control panel again, when we unplug this, it starts using the onboard graphics. So it's not permanent. It switches between onboard graphics and the GPU that's in here as well. So if you're playing games, it will be using the GPU, but if you're just doing light office work, it'll be using the built-in display drivers as opposed to the RTX drivers. And now we've got it booted up, so what we can do is we can go in and we can start and have a look at some of the additional settings that you can't configure in the BIOS. You use Armoury Crate. So we're going to go and fire up Armoury Crate. And this is the main screen here that you can see. This gives us all the information about the PC that we need. So let's just go to that, switch that off. And you can see here that it's given us our overall temperature, CPU usage, GPU usage, and now that we are using the GPU, we're going to get the information that we need about that. So when it switches between low power mode and uses the onboard graphics, then that is obviously reflected in all of these stats as well. And you can see that over here we've got the panel power saver. All of these red lines underneath mean that they're on. So you can click on them to switch them off. So we're going to leave the power saver mode because it switches the screen into a low power usage, not as high refresh rate when it's not in gaming and things like that. And then the optimized GPU mode, this is quite neat. So you can switch between optimized, standard, and you can again see that the GPU usage will change. We'll go back to standard, and now we'll switch to, should be standard. There we go. Actually, it should be optimized. So let's go in and into our system. We're going to go to GPU and power saving, and we can see we're on standard mode. We want to be on optimized mode so that it automatically switches between eco and standard. And then again, you've got all your lighting control if you want to have that running on the keyboard or across the system. I'm going to leave it where it was. Syncing devices with AuraSync. And then our audio, that's all built in, don't need to control any of that. System settings. So we're pretty much done in terms of configuration. Now we can go back to our information screen and we can see all of our systems. We can now see our GPU is saying optimized over here. So that is pretty much all you need to set up. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to open up a command prompt and run it as administrator. And then we're going to run sfc/scan now. What that does is goes through the operating system, checks all of the Windows files, and then repairs or updates or replaces them if necessary. Okay, so that's good news. So it didn't find any violations, so that means that it's all correct. So now let's just give it a quick restart. So now we can go back in, make sure everything starts up okay, which it has. So if you found that video useful, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.